Welcome back, guys. Today, simulator tank battle with a pretty unusual tank, the M56 Scorpion. Here you can see it. It's basically just an anti-tank gun mounted on a chassis that can move. They didn't bother about any armor or such things and any defense weapon. It was only designed to be dropped with the parachute, so that the infantry would have something to fight enemy armor. In this battle, we're fighting NATO forces and, well, Japanese as well, against the Russians. This would have been a lot more difficult up until recently because of the introduction of the new heat for the M46 and the T95E1, which has a very good saber round, stabilized saber, and the M56 well, they have heat as well. Conway can also pen anything with its APDS. Only the M41, the Penta 2, really struggle against T54s. As long as they are fighting it from the front, of course. In the side, there was a good chance. So, because it's a simulator game, the distances are a lot bigger than on other maps in realistic or arcade. Especially on this map, the area is probably four times or maybe even more than it would be in the other game versions. Regarding the playable area, that is, because if you see the village here on the map, this is a separate game mode or a game area in games like realistic or arcade, as is the south part over there. But in simulator, everything is one giant battle zone, so you have a lot more angles to cover and more routes to go. The M56 is a pretty potent anti-tank gun. It can penetrate any target you will face from the front normally with its heat ammo. The AP round is useful if you know that you will get flanking shots in the enemy tanks, but at longer range those rounds have a lower muzzle velocity, and so they drop a lot. So I generally stick to the heat rounds as long as I'm not close range flanking enemy tanks. And here also already here to my left, that there's an object 906 hitting the M46 and also killing it. So I'm getting a bit worried because, yeah, if the object 906 gets around the lake and shoots us in the back, it can deal a lot of hurt to our team. So I decide to relocate and see what if I can spot anything to the left up here in the woods, where recently the M46 died. The Object 906 are also very potent vehicles. Good mobility, a very strong gun, also with heat FS ammo. and even more more potent AP shell for the time you're stuck with the vehicle. The M56, I generally try to play it very, very carefully, and let the enemy think that I'm part of the environment, because it has an unusual look and it's very tiny. You will have a lot of occasions where people just drive past you if you're in the bushes or near a rock or something. Here I didn't fire because I didn't want the tree to eat my heat. Yeah. That shot's, well, it knocks out his driver, but sadly he's now in a location where I cannot hit him. The shell drop isn't big enough, and he's looking directly at me, but I'm getting assisted by another teammate here. I think it was the Panther 2, which knocks out the T-54 because he had a side shot in the turret. At this point people were telling over the chat that there were two T-54s in the B cap, so we switched over to B now. Finally our convoy is now also arriving. This map is a horrendous map if you have a slow vehicle, because the ground is very bumpy, so you don't get up to speed. It's just really annoying. This is generally not one of the maps that I really like, but for this tank it's a pretty good one. At least it is a lot of a better map than Berlin, for example. Berlin in Simulator is just a useless map. And here we also see I'm standing right in the open on a hill between the trees, and this guy didn't notice me at all. I think this shows how good this thing can be. But if you fire, your whole tank rocks back, and you will always have to re-aim your shot. Not like in bigger, heavier tanks where you would be safe, or you can get several shots off and adjust the aiming according to where the shots fall. That's not gonna happen in the M56. If you fire, especially if you're on the back slope of a hill, the whole vehicle will fall back down the hill, and you have to drive back up again to get the second shot off. Also, your gun sight is pretty far to the left, I think, of the barrel. So you have to aim pretty far away from your actual target that you want to hit. So if you think that you're hitting right where you want it, the shot will go a lot further to the right than it would do normally, if you compare it to realistic. Or to tanks with gun sights that are closer to the barrel itself. Now I decide to assist the B cap, because we have an M46 there fighting, but he gets knocked out, I think. And now the enemy is capping. But the T-54, which I didn't see at the start, takes a hit in the engine. And then I knock him out with the heat round, killing all of his turret crew. Now, the shell that impacted there, I have no idea what that was. Could have killed me. It looked like an HE shell or something. Or a heat round exploding on the ground. So I got a bit panicked here and just drove off because I didn't want to risk taking another shot. I was thinking that maybe there was someone in the woods up there and taking shots in the cap circle. Here I try to well, harass the enemies that are recapping A. But then I see this object 906 coming along, and here I will make a mistake, because I'm also getting worried that because A is finally capped, that enemies will push up to from the left or will come over the hill. And I was also expecting the 906 to cross over to the left side, but that wasn't the case. So he arrives right onto my right flank, and yeah, I couldn't turn the gun around in time. But the other M56 knocks him out, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he knocks him out. And respawning. I'm gonna skip forward a bit now. And we've relocated towards the lake. Now I'm here up in the woods and trying to snipe enemies at wrong range or shoot them if they come up on the left. And oh, it's gonna show you here. First shot on the T-44 bounces on the gun mantlet, which really surprised me, because it was not a hit on the perfect in the middle of the mantlet, but with that much penetration on the heat shell, yeah. And here I shoot, but the shot goes too far left. And also the T-44 was moving. He knows that he is getting shot at, but he hasn't spotted me yet, even though I fired twice now. And here we have the T-44 again. Hit two of his turret crew, the loader and the commander. And as he tries to retreat, we track him. And I hope you could see there the flinging up of the gun and completely losing the aim. That's not me doing this. That's just the vehicle rocking back. And we get him. At this point we are on a good way of winning this. Pretty much only the 3-man squad in the enemy team, from the clan guys are left, and one Object 906 player, I think, who switched to a plane or something. I'm tempting to relocate to B again, but an M46 is already capping that, so no help needed there. I just wasn't sure if the enemy tank was still there. Because an enemy tank kept B, well, only a couple of minutes ago, but it seems like he retreated back and didn't push on, which was, in my opinion, the right thing to do. The M46 makes an insane shot and shoots down the IL-10. So that M46 guy, he is the Russian guy one. He definitely carried the game, because he got stuck in, went on the caps, close range fights against T-54s. Yeah, you have to trust your driving abilities if you want to do that. Even though the M46 is definitely more mobile and has a better turret traverse, and also the new heat rounds. Well, T-54 also has a heat round, but at least the M46 is now competitive against the T-54. It only has weaker armor, but if everyone is shooting heat rounds around, then the armor is meaningless anyway. Only if you are driving something that doesn't have heat, like Panther 2, Tiger 2 and such, then you have a big problem. And there's 2 planes coming, which I definitely don't like, because those planes can easily kill me. I am open top, the crew is sitting right outside, I have no armor. So if they spot me, they don't even have to drop a bomb or a rocket to kill me, they can just shoot me with the guns. Even if it's small caliber machine gun fire. Everything will kill you. So the biggest risk for these vehicles are actually machine guns from tanks and airplanes. Oh, and here for a moment I'm thinking, is this tank to the right a friendly? But then no, that's definitely a Russian. And we shoot him right into the ammo rack and blow him up. He was hunting our M56 buddy over there. We tried to get in the A-cap. Lucky for us, because the T-54 wasn't actually paying attention to his flanks. He was just going tunnel vision and after the M56. Oh, I'm just hiding in the trees here to not get attacked by the aircraft. And that's the match. This was a quick showcase of the M56 and what it can do against the Russians, which are widely regarded as a very powerful nation. But with this sneaky vehicle, you can inflict a lot of damage. You only need to, well, you need some other players in the team that can actually push the points, because you cannot go face to face with enemy tanks. They just have to strafe you with their coaxial machine gun and you are done for. So it doesn't matter if they have just shot at somebody and have to reload, because they don't need the cannon to kill you. At the moment I'm researching the filters, but the mobility is already very good, so it is not needed. I just went for the heat ammo. That was the most important round to get. So that's it, guys. See ya.